Hey guys, welcome back. This is Mohammad Badruddin, and in the previous lab we solved lab number 3 from authentication module of server-side topics from Web Security Academy, and we solved that lab with the burp suite, and today I'm going to solve that lab with my own Python script. So you can write your own Python script. Custom exploits are always good. So let's go and solve this lab number 3 with the Python script. So this is our lab, and the lab is user enumeration via response timing, the same lab, and we are going to exploit the vulnerability and a bug in the application to enumerate the user. So as we know that uh, when I use send the request with wrong credentials, we got an error that invalid username and password. So before writing the script, this warning, as always, this video and its content are only for educational purpose and I do not support any unethical or illegal act. So that's been said, let's go to the lab and we will directly go and write our own Python script. Okay, so user when in and Python 3. Okay, now the next thing we need to import the modules. So import request, then import URL lib3, and for warning we got insecure warnings. So URL lib3 dot disable underscore warnings. Okay, next we need to send all these requests and traffic through burp proxy. So proxy is equal to we already did it thousands of times, so you can go to the previous lab and you can check it. And I'm going to use port number 8088. You can use any or 8088. HTTPS, I'm using only HTTP, so 8088. Okay. Next thing is we are going to create one function to enumerate the user. So I'm going to name that function enum user, and it needs URL. Now, what exactly we are going to do? If you remember the previous lab, we added the X forwarded for header to hide our IP or to bypass the blocking process of the application. Okay, so our IP get not blocked by the application and we can send many requests without blocking the IP, because once your IP get blocked you have to wait for 30 minutes. Okay, so we already have the username and password word list, so you can check it here. These are the usernames and these are the password word list. Okay, so next thing is, okay, I don't need this. Don't save. Fine. So I'm going to create an empty user list equal to this, and one more empty list that is number list. Okay, then we already have the username list. So what I can do for I, because the first payload was X forwarded for header, in which we use numbers, and in every time it increases one time. Okay, so for I in range 1 to 110. Okay, Then within this I will open the list. So the word list is in location is home slash curly slash desktop slash authentication, and within authentication it's users.txt. Okay, and we want to read this file and make its output as outfile1. Then whatever the output, I'm going to say user names equal to outfile1 dot read dot split. Whenever it sees the new line, it will split that. Okay, see. Now okay, so this parameter will be used as x forwarded for x forwarded value, and this will be for the username. So now for user in usernames, okay, I'm gonna say if user not in user list and I not in num list. Okay, so what it's gonna do, it will go further. Okay, so sorry, now we need to create our request. So I'm gonna say headers equal to this and data equal to this. Okay, and r is equal to, and one more thing, I'm gonna take everything within the session. So session equal to request dot session. Fine. Okay, and here session dot post, because that is gonna be the post request, and capture the response. And I think we don't need the response because we can check the response timing. Okay, so leave that part. So save it, and now we need to put the header, data, and everything. So for the header, I already opened up the bug fluid. I'm gonna capture this request again so we can get the header. Oops, just wait a moment. I forgot to do that. Root 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we got the request. Still we have invalid username and password. We did 3 attempts. In next attempt we will be blocked. Okay. My purpose here is to just capture this header. So I'm gonna say copy, and I will paste it in the headers. Fine. So I need to make it big here. So this is the header. Just make it a bit managed. Okay. 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 So this is our header that's ready, but we need to make something because Python will not know what is that. For Python, we need to make like this. So cookies, this, this comma user agent this. So we need to put the double quotes. It will be accept language. Okay. Okay, I will put the comma later. Just wait a moment. Let me finish this task. So this 29 we should also put it in the double quotes so that it will consider it as a string. And connection close. And the next thing we need is actually x forwarded for and close double quote, and its value is gonna be a string and the value would be I. So this value, because it will increase every time 1 1 1. So in the first request it will be 1, second request will be 2, third request 3, and we put it in the for loop. So every time it will go take 1 here and come here, put the value. Fine. So this is our header that is ready. Just need to put the commas. Okay. Okay. Why this single quote? I don't need this. Fine. So everything is ready. And the data would be, because there are two parameters, so the first parameter is username, and the username is not here. This username is this user, so it's a variable. We will put like this, and password would be anything 1 2 3 4 5 6, whatever you need. And in the post request we will put URL is equal to URL, comma headers equal to headers, comma data equal to data, comma verify equal to false. Okay. And another thing is, okay, what is the purpose to creating these two empty lists? Because we simultaneously need both values I and for username. If you don't put this, it will take one value of I, okay, and it will run with the same value of I all the usernames. Okay, means it will take value of I, means x forwarded for, it will put here 1, then it will come here and put one username from here, and again it will go to this for loop and take the second username. The value of x forwarded header would be 1, is still 1, but the username is changed. So this is going to be the long process, okay, because with one value it will check 100 usernames, then it will go here and take the another value, and with the same value it will check again 100 users. So we don't need this. That's why we put this condition here. So if username not in user list and I not in num list, only then it will come here. So if I is already there, it will not come and repeat the same request. And for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say user underscore list, okay, dot append, and what we need to append here, user. Fine. Then second is num underscore list dot append and I. Okay, so it will take first value of I and it will take first value of username, and because this value is of course the first value not in the user list, so it will run this request. then it come up to here and it will see, okay, I need to append this value, and it will append the first value, means 1, and username is Carlos, will be put append in these two user list and num list. Okay, then another time it will come here, take another value for the x forwarded for, and take another value for the username, and it will check this condition and go to the user list. It will see, okay, 2 is in the user list, it will see no, and sorry, 2 is in the num list, so it will see no. Another user would be root or admin or anything, so it will see this in this list. If that user is not present, only then it will come here and then again append this value. So uh, I'm trying to do as simple as I can do for you, so you can understand this. Okay, so now the next thing is what, and one more thing, we need to put this password so long so that if the correct username hit in the request, so the application will give us the delayed response. So for this, I'm gonna increase this value as long as we can. So I'm gonna copy this and paste. Okay, I think it's better. So in the next line, what I'm gonna see, if that request r dot elapsed time dot and we are going to check it in the second, so total underscore seconds. So if this value is greater than 1 second, only then it will print username is, and we can see like valid username is plus user. Fine. So save this, and oh my god, maybe this is okay, it's still alive because it goes to the idle. So turn this off, come here, save this, and to run this function, I'm gonna say enum underscore user, and I'm going to call url1, and we need to mention here the url1 value. So url1 is equal to, and that would be this one with the login. Okay, or you can just put this, copy and paste it here. Save. Okay, so I'm going to run this, and while it's running, I will try to make you understand again what this script is actually doing and what I'm trying to do. So Control A, and I'm going to clear the history. Okay, and open my command prompt, cd desktop authentication, and clear. So Python 3, and this is lab03.py. Hope for the best. Let's go. And we so it said file not found error in the curly because we are in the root, so my bad. I must put it here, root. Save. Another thing I forgot to do is in the request, uh, proxies equal to proxies. Yeah, save it and run it again. Yeah, it's working fine. So if you come here, and you will see Okay, so this is the first request, and here you can see the X forwarded value is 1, and username is Carlos, and password is this, and you got invalid username and password. In the second request, it takes the X forwarded value 2, and the username also changed, is root. So in the third request, it gets 3, and the username also admin. So as you can see, the script is working fine, absolutely fine, and it's already completed for all the username and password. Let's go back and see what we got. So we got 3 usernames. Uh, one would be right, maybe this one, or maybe this one. Sometime because of the huge network traffic, the latency rate on the interface goes up and down, so maybe because of that it gets delayed response, but one of these must be right. Okay, so we can check with this user. Okay, first, so we already have the username, now we need the password, so we just copy this because for the password brute force we will use something same like before. So I just paste this and I'm gonna say root underscore pass. Okay, it also need the URL, and here I'm going to say pass list and num list 2. Okay, and I'm gonna change it to J, and this time I'm going to put it from 150 to 260. Okay, then instead of user list I'm gonna say passwords.text, because this time I'm going to check this word list for the password, and out file would be 2, and I will take passwords equal to out file 2 dot read dot split, and password in the passwords. Okay, if password not in the pass list, copy and paste, and J is not in the number list 2, so it will follow this process, and the username would be this time, because we already got the username, and the first username is this, so copy and paste here, and the password value, this time we don't need this whole value. Okay, what we need is this, copy and paste here, because this is variable, and everything would be same here, and instead of user list I'm gonna say append in the password list and number list 2. Instead of I, it should be J. Instead of user I'm gonna say password, and this time I will not check the response time, because it is for the username enumeration. This time I am gonna say if r dot status underscore code is equal to 302, then print the valid password is password. Okay, and instead of running the first function again, because we don't need now, we are going to run the second function, right? And the URL would be same. So save this and let's hope it will work fine. So I am going to run this again, and this time let us clear this history. Okay, come here and run, and it said I is not defined because we somewhere here, yeah, we leave I, so J is would be best. So I'm going to copy these values because maybe that first one is not correct. So just in case, I'm going to copy this here, save, not save, let it be like this. So I'm going to clear and run again. Come here, the requests are going and we got request, and you can see here this is the value with 302. It means this is the password. So uh, 123 and 123, this is the password, and still request is going on because we do not use break function to stop the loop. So no problem, but we can exit. Okay, so now we have the password. The password would be 123123, I think. Come on. So 123123, yeah. So we are going here. The username was this. So paste, and the password is 123123. Let's log in again, and we are logged in, and we solved the lab. So enough for this video. We already got our destination. We reached our destination. This script, this function is same as the first one here. Okay, so if you understand this, you understand this one also. So thank you very much for this video. If you feel this content valuable, please like, subscribe, and share as much as you can. Thank you.